Now, everyone knows what makes Kevin Durant so amazing is the fact that he's 7 foot tall, but he plays like a two guard. He has handles of a two guard. He can virtually shoot from everywhere. He is absolutely unguardable. The thing is, whenever Kevin Durant misses, it has basically nothing to do with what the defender is doing. It's just on him because he has such a high release and such a long wingspan that when he jumps and shoots the ball, when he's he just pulls up and shoots from anywhere, there's nothing you can really do to bother his shot. And you've seen some of the best defenders not really be successful playing against Kevin Durant. And that just speaks to his greatness. Now, a lot of people say, like Stephen A. Smith say, that they really think that he's going to go down as one of the greatest, as probably the league's greatest scorer of all time. And up until his recent injury with his Achilles, it looked like that was going to be the case. And a lot of people are now kind of, not talking about Kevin Durant as the best player in the world. But before he went down, everybody knew he was right there in the top 3 with him, Kawhi, and LeBron. So I think Kevin Durant is going to have a resurgence when he goes to the Brooklyn Nets when he comes back from his Achilles injury. And I don't think a lot of people would be surprised if he comes back and leads the league in scoring, because as I said, he is unstoppable. He has every single shot in his arsenal. He can do a pull-up. He can play out of the post. He can drive to the paint. He can distribute the ball. There's nothing that Kevin Durant cannot do on the basketball court. Yes, he's not the passer that LeBron James is, but how many people are passers like LeBron James? Magic Johnson or a few other people, James Harden? I mean, how many people have that type of court vision? But nevertheless, Kevin Durant has turned himself into a player he's now a top 15 player. And if he keeps on winning, who knows, he may make it into the top 10 because he's a self-made man. No matter what you may say about Kevin Durant, when he went to the Golden State Warriors, they became unbeatable. He was the X factor. When they took him off the Golden State Warriors, they came down to earth. As you saw in the game, I think it was like game 6 in the finals, when he came back to play, I think it was game 5 or game 6 in Golden State. When he came, he dropped 11 points in the first quarter. I think he made like 3 3-pointers in the first quarter, and people were just like, this dude is unbelievable. And he was just coming back from an injury. He was just catching and shooting and pulling up, and they were like, if he was healthy, a lot of people were saying that the Golden State Warriors may have won that championship. But whatever the case is, it doesn't take away from his great. Yes, he went down, and some other people had to say this X, Y, and Z about him, but you can't take away from the greatness from this player. Kevin Durant will go down as one of the greatest basketball players of all time. I believe if he gets a ring or 2, he will definitely be in the top 10 greatest players of all. There's no way that LeBron James can go into, some people can have him as number 1 on their list or number 2 or number 5, and KD gets 3 or 4 rings, and you have him as a top 15 player. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. There's no accolade that LeBron has that Kevin Durant doesn't have. He has, regular season MVP. He has finals MVP. So, Kevin Durant is just a great player. He's an offensive machine. And I remember a few years when they were playing against the Lakers in the playoffs, and Kobe was saying, man, if this dude really develops into who we expect him to be, he's going to be unstoppable. And as you can see, he's one of the most difficult players in NBA history to guard. And that's what makes him so unique, because he's this really tall, slinky dude that just puts up buckets for days. He can shoot from anywhere. And Kevin Durant says, a lot of players, they may work on their body. Me, I work on my game. For more short clips and other interesting shows, be sure to subscribe to the Dreamerspro YouTube channel. And for more in-depth analysis on sports and other events around the sporting world, make sure you follow us on our Dreamerspro Podcast on Spotify and iTunes. Until the next episode, peace.